Hello everyone, it's Karen from Makeup and Beauty Blog, and today we'll be talking about Chanel Fall 2015. Exciting stuff because I love Chanel. I'm kind of a Chanel girl. This is called Collection Les Automnales, and it's inspired by fall foliage. I don't know why, but I like to say that word, foliage. Foliage, it's a good word. So I've got a lot of earthy neutrals and touches of copper, lots of like deep reds. So think warm brown smoky eyes, a little bit of khaki and bronze and copper thrown in here and there, bronze on the lips, red on the lips, some nude lips as well. So there's a lot for everyone, especially if you love warm toned colors and neutrals. So the thing is, like, I'm looking at this collection, and since there's a lot of warmth in it, I feel like, okay, so it's August, and fall seems like it's so far away, especially because it's hot here in Northern California, but I feel like with these colors, you can almost wear them right now. They feel a little summery, especially like with the khakis and the bronzes. So what you could do, instead of like doing the like red lips or the coppers, you could do something like add in some gold and do like a pink lip or a coral lip. I think that would be pretty and very summery. So this is a pretty big collection with 25 pieces. The thing is, most of it is permanent. Now, and only 7 of the items are limited edition. The limited editions items are the Entrelacs Quint, Rouge Gorge, Illusion d'Ombre, the Ardent Waterproof Liner, which is the copper one. All 3 of the nail polishes. I only have one of them, and it's the red one, Écorce Sanguine, and I'm wearing it on my nails. And granted, this is not the best nail polish job. I was watching a movie last night, far from the madding crowd, and it was dark. I mean, I was half paying attention to my nails because I got really wrapped up in this movie. It was really good, starring Carey Mulligan. It's like an English period piece, highly recommended. And so, didn't do that great of a job, but I just wanted to put it on so I could show you. So it's just like your typical deep, warm red. I mean, it's okay. It's very Chanel, but I don't know if I would like, I don't know, like toss and turn in my sleep at night over it. It's very pretty. However, there's 2 other colors. There's like a dark, kind of like greenish black or bluish black, and then like a darker like brown, plummy brown. I think I'm gonna have to hunt those down when I stop by Nordy's later on today. Okay, what else is limited edition? There's a matte top coat. That is also limited edition. The rest of it will be in the permanent collection. So I'm going to just go through some highlights of the things that I really think stand out. The first thing is the Entrelacs eyeshadow palette. This is $80, and there's I hope you can see this, but there's this beautiful pattern design on the pan. But, you know, let's get real. Nobody wants to like drop 80 big ones just because the pattern is pretty on the pan. I think of this eyeshadow palette as like an investment piece. Like, think of it as the high-end like statement bag that you wear every day to work that you get a lot of use out of. This one has a lot of like everyday eye makeup shades. There's 3 browns in the center, and then like a light pink highlight shade, and then a lighter sort of gold beige shade. These are things that I, as a neutral lover and as somebody who loves brown eyeshadow, would wear like every single day. So secondly, I like the finishes. I like how that there's this light transition color, this cooler tone brown is like a matte, but it's not like a super flat matte. It's got a little bit of sheen to it that is barely there visible, and that's one thing that I love about Chanel. They play with finishes in an interesting way that you might not be able to tell straight off, but if you look closer and like really play with the makeup, you can see these fine nuances. I also like that the colors with a little bit of sheen to them they're shiny but not too shiny. That's kind of my thing. Like, frost is fun, but I only like it in very limited doses myself. But these sheens you can put into the crease without really fearing that things will look too frosty or like too heavy. And I swatched it here on the back of my hand, so hopefully you can see it. This is the Entrelacs quad right here. There's the gold, the cooler tone brown, the bronzy brown, like a deeper chocolate brown, and then the pink. And I'm wearing it on my eyes as well. as you can tell, because this one looks a little beat up, I've been totally going to town on this palette. Let's see what else. I'd say that the levels of pigment are from medium to just shy of full. So, which I think helps like lend toward that sort of like whole elegant eye look. If you're all about like dark, intense pigment, this may not be for you, but if you just want something that is very easy to wear, very easy to blend, something that you can wear every day, and I would hope that you could wear it every day. It's a little expensive. So, a little expensive, a lot expensive. So this might be something to consider. Now, the second eye palette is the Tisse de Automne Quad. This is $61. It's got some khakis, bronze, a pink. I think of this more as like the going out party quad because it's a little bit more intense in terms of shimmer and pigment compared to Entrelacs. I have it swatched here. Here is the light khaki, the lighter khaki, I'm sorry, the pink, the bronze, and then here's like this darker khaki, which is so pretty because it's almost like it's got touches of black in it, so it's like a khaki black. I think that's very cool. Like I said, this one's a little bit more shimmery than Entrelacs. I hope I'm saying that correctly, and probably not, but whatevs. Just keep moving. But the shimmer is not high shine frost. That's the thing. Another thing about Chanel is like they go for the shine, but they kind of pull back so that it's not like so in your face. Yeah, this is the one that I think that you could wear as a summer quad right now. Okay, moving on. Rouge Gorge Illusion d'Ombre. This is $36. A very warm terracotta cream eyeshadow. And it's almost kind of corally. I have that right here. And I know it looks a little scary, and perhaps the thought of wearing such a kind of corally orange color on your lids is kind of scary, but don't be afraid. This is very pretty when you kind of have it in the crease and use it as a transition shade with brown. Just kind of warms up the eyes. I think it's very, very nice, especially if you got like tan tones in your skin. Okay, so in this collection, there's 4 waterproof eyeliners and the Stilo Use. And for me, these can be, I love 88 Noir Intense. It's one of my favorite. It's like, I love that black liner. I wear it all the time. But the Stilo Use in general, I've noticed they can be a little hit or miss. Sometimes they don't have as much pigment. Some of them don't have as much pigment as others, or they don't, I don't know. You have to like really layer them on. And so I found a couple winners in this batch. There's 4 of them. And the one that I love so much is called, where are ya? Pomme de Pin. I think that's how you say it. And it's this shade right here. And it's like this really dark, intense, chocolatey brown. It's like somewhere between black and really dark brown. And it's got that sort of in-betweenness that I love. And in complexity in color that Chanel does so well. Another one that I think is beautiful is this shade called Érable. I think that's how you say it. And it's like a bronze when you see it straight up in the swatch, but when you put it along the lash line, you kind of buff it out a little bit. Tiny little flecks of glitter come through. It's like that secret Chanel micro glitter that I think is awesome. You can't really see it until you like get it on there and you just like start to play, and that's another thing that I appreciate from Chanel, that how they handle glitter. Like it's not totally in your face, but if you're there, you can, and you're paying attention, you can see it. And that's also what's going on with the blush, which of course I have to sniff because it smells so good. It's called Alisan blush, and it's kind of like a warm, sort of plummy peach with gold glitter. Don't let the gold glitter frighten you. It's not scary glitter at all. It's very, very tiny micro glitter. And I've noticed that when I pick it up and then put it on the skin, it doesn't like lay down like a glitter bomb on my cheeks. Like a tiny bit of the glitter gets dispersed and there's enough to see it there, but you won't be looking like you're heading out to the club. Unless, I mean, if that's your thing. I suppose that if you layer it on, you could get it like super glittery, but I like it as a subtle touch of glitter. That way I can skip highlighter. It's very fine. You can't see it if you're like an arm's length away. I'm like touching the camera, arm's length away. But when you get up close and if you're like really looking, like if you are hanging out with another makeup girl and you're like looking at her cheeks and you're like, yeah, there's glitter on there. I like it. It's nice and small and very fine. You would notice. So Another good thing that I like about Chanel, how they handle the glitter. I think I may have mentioned that already. Sorry, I'm like a little nervous right now. I don't know. Talking. Okay, so the last is Rouge Allure Velvet in La Bouleversante. And this is $36. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry. I may have not have mentioned the prices earlier. The blush is $45. The liners are $32. Okay, and the orangey cream shadow is $36. Okay, so back to Rouge Allure Velvet. I'm wearing it on my lips now, and the Rouge Allure Velvets are some of my favorite things from the Chanel line. I love this matte formula because it's not like a flat, heavy matte. It feels very light on the lips, and the finish is kind of unusual in that it's a velvety matte, so that you do get a little bit of sheen, but it's not so pronounced that it looks like a straight up creamy lipstick. It's still a matte lipstick, and you can turn it up by layering it on, or you can wear it more as like a stain, which I'm doing now. I just did like a layer, and then I kind of patted it down with my hand, and I sort of diffused the edges because I didn't want it to be like a full-on red lip. It's daytime, and I'm going to the mall later, and but if I was like going out at night, I would totally like put this on with a lip liner and like do the whole thing, and you can totally do that too. And that's one thing that I love about this shade. It's a very warm red. It's got some flexibility to it. Okay, let me just give a shout out to the gloss. So pretty, and I didn't swatch it earlier, but let's just do it now for fun. Look at that. Very pretty. Okay, and yeah, Chanel Fall 2015. Look out for it when you are at your Chanel counter, and give it a swatch. Give it some playtime, and like just really play with those khakis. Are so pretty, and the browns. Yay, neutrals. Neutrals all the way. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.